Hi. Hi.
amazing. Welcome to Ghana Month.
This is the Gasco cultural troupe, by the way. Gasco, right? Yes, that's how it's pronounced.
That's a lot of energy.
Exercise.
What
does that mean, though?
Ask them.
What's the kwe 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 kwe? Oh, it's a chant.
Yeah.
Oh, a war chant or?
Oh no, like that's excitement.
Oh, okay.
You know,
kwe 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 kwe.
So this is Ghana Month. We're coming to you live from the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, and once it's mentioned, you do know the essence that Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah brings to our memory. But how well has this place been preserved, and other places as well, that tells the story of Ghana, that tells the history and culture of Ghana, that paints that tourism picture, and that also draws people closer to us. How well have we preserved it? And that's my big concern this morning. How well we have done that.
For me as well.
It's evident.
I mean, when you look at pictures, I don't think that the last time I came here, I even saw water, because naturally, the way it's designed, there's supposed to be water around the mausoleum, and that's supposed to showcase immortality. So basically means that even though the Osajifo is dead, he still lives in our hearts and in our minds.
That's right.
But for a very long time, and I've been here, a few times, I've never seen the water flow. I remember that there's a museum behind that's preserving, his hair, his clothes, and all of that. There are some of those things that are not available even in the museum. So I was questioning myself that for the many years, I mean, if you travel to other countries, and I always use Egypt as a case study, because I went to Egypt, and even if it was not from the 1970 or to whatever, they were still able to create other things to represent what was there in the past.
That's right.
We don't have that here. And for me, that's been my biggest worry, because we've been talking about the year of return, beyond the return. So many people came back. But what really did they discover when they came to places like this?
It's important. We're entering our 64th year. Hopefully we can find that maintenance culture to maintain these beautiful sites. If we want to make this the hub of West Africa, the hub of tourism, there's still so much that needs to be done, because the history is so deep, it's so beautiful, we can't let it go to waste.
Absolutely. You know that the BBC, for example, voted Osajifo as the most influential African of the century, a whole century. And then before I got here this morning, I went to the National Museum as well. The story is no different. You go to the Center for Arts and Culture here. Story is no different.
And even that recently, there was a concern about moving them.
Exactly. So the concern is very, very deep. And every year we'll make speeches. Every year we'll hold conferences and issue white papers. Every year we'll set up committees. But what really do they do? So, for example, this month of March, we'll be promoting a lot of what to eat from Ghana, what to wear from Ghana, what to dance or listen to from Ghana. We just listen to some. And it hurts my heart every time, because you will promote local prints.
That's right.
And then you will find that we still have our markets flooded with the inferior quality, which is not produced from here, which patent we should have been able to stamp out there, so that if somebody is even in Albuquerque and they produce something that looks like ours, we can go and take some royalty from them. How well are we doing that? So we have so much, we create so much, but we get very little from it. And that's a big problem for me, because all this, we're looking for money, we're looking for money. There's money scattered all over us.
This is money.
This is money. This money.
Money that's dried up.
Exactly. And how do you even encourage the children? When we're young, National Theatre was the mainstay, cultural center or art center, Nkrumah Mausoleum. You come to the library. We come for excursions. We come and read and all of that. How many times do schools bring their children here? How many times do parents on a weekend say, let's go to the National Theatre and go and watch Ebibi Groma or the National Dance Company do a certain Achagbeko dance and explain to them that, Achagbeko comes from this part of town. This is the essence of the dance. This was why the dance was created. This is Kete. This is Adoa. This is Palogo. Nobody explains anything to them. So they grow up tending to be more westernized. They tend to like what Ogroni has, and what we have, they don't. So they will always prefer fried rice over kuntumre and boko boko stew.
I like my had people who've tried Nigerian jollof, Ghanaian jollof, and Senegalese, and they're always saying that Senegalese jollof is actually the real deal.
It's very
so it has a bit of cassava flakes, everything.
But listen, it's Ghana man, so let me tell you, Ghana jollof is the best.
It is the best. It is the best. But one other thing, and last year we discussed it. You know, when that conversation about who the real Yasantua was,
right.
Because for a very long time we had seen that woman who was clad in the traditional, you know, war clothes with, you know, everything that showcased that she was Yasantua. And then there was a challenge because we saw another photo of the real Yasantua who looked very frail, very old, without a top. And for me, I feel like a whole year has passed. What have we done about ensuring that we get the right story behind even Yasantua and that confusion that came about, so that if for a long time, if we're in school and we're reading and realizing that the Yasantua was the one that we saw that we're told was an American student who decided to dress up to showcase who Yasantua was, what are we doing for the children who are coming up so that we also add that to our curriculum and ensure that we know who the real Yasantua and the real story behind that is? I think we've all gone to bed for like a whole year, and we're back again to Ghana month, and not much is being done about it. It's a good point to raise,
because you see, the gentleman who was in charge of NACA, the body that's regulated to make sure that textbooks are standardized, authorized before they get printed, he's now in Parliament. He's now in Parliament, and I was hoping that some of these conversations will come up, you know, on the what do you call it, on that parliamentary front. Again, it comes back to that question of whether or not the children have even standardized textbooks in school.
Yeah.
You know, all this, if we agreed to prepare juju for the team and the team won, it's still out there. We have not settled that matter. We have not settled the matter of people trying to, and I always say this, when you go to most of our tourist sites, yes, we have the tour guide operators, whatever it is, but you go to most of the tourist sites and you find people, self-acclaimed, you know, self-appointed people who try and tell you a story that is not entirely what it is.
Exactly.
I've had occasion to go to castles and forts. I took 3 different trips on that same day, and the stories I heard from 3 different tour guides were totally different. Even though some ran through, I mean, the embellishments that they have, and that's one problem with oral history, and if you have studied anthropology. So we need to streamline what it is that we want to sell to the world. And do. Recently I saw on the internet, this one that we're wearing, the native sandals. Somebody has produced some, given it some very nice, fanciful name, and it's selling for huge number of dollars.
Even Ghana must go back.
Yes.
Even Ghana must go
back.
You talk about
go
online, and all these big designers are selling it for ridiculous amounts as well. So
we have not patented those things. So anybody gets up and that's it. So I asked somebody who works at GTP, when you see your designs that you work so hard to create and print to sell out there in a fake Chinese version, what do? Like what the guys say, you know, the original GTP is heavy. ATL is heavy, Woodin is heavy, Vlisco is heavy, and these are all Ghanaian products.
That's right.
Now the inferior ones are very, very light, and you know, in a traditional setting, if you are a daughter-in-law or whatever it is, you have to come properly clad in your kaba and slit, and it has a cover cloth as well. So those who cannot afford the original, go for the inferior, and then once they wear it, they can say, "Insha, you hear go say me too, I wear some." Do you understand? And our companies are watching and making these fakes take center stage. You go to Makola now, they'll tell you there's high target, and then there's original GTP. Where does it come from? I mean, do you even think about the carcinogens that are used in printing them and the possibility of giving the people cancer? This is FDA's job. This is Standards Authority's job. This is Ghana Tourism Authority's job. Everybody has a role to play in it. And for me, I think that too many meetings, too many documents, too many committees, we go and sleep, we come back, like you say, one more year, and we say, let's celebrate Ghana.
Ghana is turning 65 in about 5 days. Today is officially the 1st of March. And so the 6th of March, we're going to mark independence. And we're told this time around we're going to Cape Coast for the celebration, which is why the football match was not allowed to hold at the Cape Coast Stadium, because we're told that it was being preserved, you know, for the 6th of March. And so we're looking forward to that celebration. But really, for you as a Ghanaian, how do you feel about 65 years in terms of our preservation of our history, our monuments, and all of that? And really, if you look at how westernized, you know, our country has become, what can we do moving forward to fix the problem? I'd like to say a big thank you, by the way, to the Ghana Tourism Authority, Kakra, and also to Alaji, who is in charge of the Mausoleum. Thanks to you, we're able to come your way here at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, and I'm sure we'll give you more
Jones
details.
Nelson at the GTA,
yes,
and Mr. Kwesi Ajiman,
yes,
well,
of course,
and everybody else,
everyone
who works at the GTA for making sure. You know, there was one thing I wanted to say. That 6th March is coming. As a kid, I used to march in the hot sun, JSS 1, 2, 3, SSS 1, 2, 3. It was a fun time to look forward to. We'll be giving our buying socks. Then when we go for rehearsals, they'll give you
so
boiled.
What was that buying socks? They had the Ghana
so
flag
had the Ghana,
on it?
Ghana map. So it's the rims.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So then you would be given boiled egg, maybe fan ice, and some hard bread. You know, and then on the day itself, when we finish the 6th March, you get a pack of rice, you know, some money and all of that.
She's nodding. I think she also used to go for the match.
So we used to look forward to it. I mean, I'm buying socks, and we're only 60 per contingent. So the whole sub-metro will go for training and training and training until we get the 60 that we want. But we used to do that at the Independence Square. The Independence Square is rotting away. It's breaking apart piece by piece. And even though I like the idea of moving the independence celebrations from Accra to other parts
region to region,
I mean, the first place we went to from Accra was Kumasi or so. I maintain that one of the reasons we are moving it around is because we failed to preserve the Independence Square.
Is that really what it is? Because, I mean, if you listen to government, they're saying that for a long time we had left out the other regions, which is why they decided to extend it to them.
But the fact that you are taking it around does not mean that the Independence Square
should not be
preserved. Because it's a national monument. Somebody built it. I mean, did you ever know that the stands at the Independence Square represents the Big Six? Did you ever know?
Yeah. Just from my own research, because I
now,
was given that information.
If you get there now, if you get to the Independence, and you see, another problem that I see is that we have a checkered governance system within the tourism sector, and arts center, cultural center. So museums and monuments board will have to take charge of a place like this, a place like the Independence Square. Then Mole National Park will take care of Kakum National Park, Forestry Commission, you know, they'll take care of it. And then there are places like the Independence Square that also comes under the national security. So one industry or one sector has too many people controlling different pockets of it. How do we make progress? And we need to fix the Independence Square. It's breaking apart piece by piece.
And that's a shame.
Everything is breaking apart. The chairs are breaking apart. The stairs are breaking apart. The presidential arc where the president sits is breaking apart. Everything is breaking apart. And we are watching.
And it's not just that one, but the other one that's in front of it, that used to be called the Gold Coast Gate.
Yes.
That's also, if you look at it from the top, you realize that it's chipping. Exactly.
Yes.
That is also chipping.
They're actually breaking apart. They're cracking and breaking apart. And we can fix it. Are we ready to fix it? I don't know.
Anyway, well, you're welcome. This is TV3Newday, and officially we're launching Ghana Month here at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, and I'm sure that as we move along, you get to know a lot more about our history and our culture as we prepare for Ghana at 65 on the 6th of March. There's a lot more coming up. We'll have the Tour Operators Union joining us later today. We'll have a conversation about how to even promote local tourism, which is something they've been working on for the last year or more, and so much more right here on TV3Newday. We'll be right back.
Ghana, Ghana, Ghana.
Baba from the Gasco Cultural Troupe. Beautiful performance, I must say. I was hoping that my guests will get up and dance and, you know, shake their waist a little. Oh, you do that? Should they play something? So let's show our dance skills. Or you want something from, you know, the north so that we can...
Maybe something from the north would have been
Something from the north.
We are Ghanaians and Nkrumah indeed advocated for intercultural...
Please use your mic. Sorry, yes.
We are Ghanaians and Nkrumah actually advocated for intercultural and symbiotic relationship between ethnic groups and cultures in Ghana. I think that this are part of the reasons why this boarding school system came up so that kids from different diverse and cultural backgrounds could interact with people. I see the reason why we have conflicts in many countries are that people don't want to get engaged in appreciating the cultural practices of others, even religion. In Ghana, we have had Muslims and Christians living in this country for decades, if not centuries. The reason is that we take that effort to understand and appreciate each other's faith. And that is why I think that our educational system ought to be relooked at so that we can have this, you know, this moral education, introduce every student to various religious practices. And I'll tell you, Bella, when I went to Legon, I took Bible knowledge as free elective for 1 year because I did history, my level 100, 200, I did different kinds of religions. I minored in the studies of religion, majored in psychology, but I took Bible knowledge as free elective for 1 year.
A whole year?
Yes, and I had A and A minus actually for the 2 semesters, just to have an appreciation and understanding of the faith Christianity. Once you have an understanding, when people are engaged in it, you would tend to respect people.
That's true.
You wouldn't just look at your corner.
That's true. And by the way, that's Comrade Murtala Mohammed. He's the MP for Tamale Central. And well, it's Ghana month. Also, I have Kamaldeen Abdullah, and he is the Deputy Director of Communications for the NPP. Good morning.
Well, good morning,
How
Bella.
Are you doing?
I'm terrific. It's a wonderful day. I'm having Ghana to celebrate its 65th anniversary. I mean, that's quite a long way we have come. And like my honorable member of parliament for Tamale Central put it, that intercultural, you know, relationship that we need and we need to we need to espouse and continue to promote. It's so essential to all of us as a setting. Let me commend you for this wonderful setting. You have a stool that you're sitting on. We also have stools. You know, in our local parlance, when you go up north, we call this kwa. Okay, and in the Gbani, we call it kwa. That's in the Gbani. And of course, this is stool anyway. Even though when you go into our cultural setting in terms of our chieftaincy and how it's modeled, we have a skin where we have to sit on the skin and all that. I was expecting that I would get a skin here and be
we apologize.
Maybe
have a whole
that's fine.
Go,
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
So like he said, I mean, we need to promote that togetherness, that oneness of purpose, that common destiny that we need to all, you know, travel towards and move on. We have gotten to a level where 65 years is no mean an achievement. But we should remember that what can break us is sharp polarization. Ghana should be put first. Nobody is saying we shouldn't criticize. We must criticize each other. But we must criticize and criticize constructively and ensure that the heritage that we have been bequeathed of is not actually left to rot. We should promote Ghana and help Ghana.
That is why we must collectively reject e-levy.
That is why we must collectively
reject e-levy
for
You
the
say
development of this
reject.
country.
So which is which? Which one is good for Ghana?
Ghana. You see, Bella, look, put politics aside. When NDC is in power, whatever innovation that they will put in place to ensure that domestic revenue is mobilized, they will. I expect when MPP is in opposition in an unlikely event anyway to support it. When we are also in power, the innovations that we bring like e-levy, they should also support it for the sake of Mother Ghana for us to move on. You listened to Professor Atuga yesterday. You know what he said? You may see it as a wicked, if you like, policy. However, for the sake of the economy of Ghana, for the sake of the forward march of Ghana, we need it. That is the thinking that we should have as a people. Not just sitting down because of parochialism.
I think that it would be the height of disingenuity to just take one aspect of his statement. What he said was that.
But he said
hold on. What he said. He said that In fact, he used words to describe it that I wouldn't want to use. I'm saying that he used words, fine. So he said that if you don't do it, there was a caveat. The government will find a way of taxing you and sometimes stealing you. These are strong words. You see, the NDC is not opposed to taxes. As a matter of fact, the position of social democratic government or parties that are leftist and leaning have always anchored their economic development and progress on the basis of taxation, where you think that the taxes must be progressive so that you'll be able to correct the injustices in society, where the burden of the taxes should be on the rich more than the poor. The reason why leftist-leaning political parties are focused on taxation is to correct social inequities. So we are not against taxes. Get this very, very clearly. But we are saying that if you want to impose taxes, they must not be seen to be regressive. They must not be seen to be exerting more pressure on the poor than the rich. In fact, if anybody who did economics, even SSS economics, I did economics at the SSS, we have what we call, there are the tax regimes, and those tax instruments of tax, we call it instruments of taxation. It must be progressive. It must not be regressive. Bella, I'll give a classical example. The people walking on the street are not interested in our economic jargons, but they are interested in the impact of those taxes on them. I drive my car to the pump. You also drive your car to the pump. I'm a member of parliament. Let's take someone, a carpenter, who got some small car, and I drive a car. Myself and Kamal, we all drove Land Cruisers. Then I go to buy a fuel, 500 Ghana cedis. The carpenter who also managed to get a car that he can take his kids to school, the man also drove the car to the same pump to buy the same fuel, 500. And I decide to pay cash. I pay the fuel cash, 500. They give me 500 fuel equivalent of 500 Ghana cedis. The carpenter who is struggling just to find a means of taking his kids to school also buys the same amount of money, fuel, 500. Then he decides to pay via Momo. He will pay 500 and pay 1.75 tax on it. It doesn't make sense. And that is what we are against. So what Professor Tuguba said, he was telling us that we are torn between the red devil, is it the Red Sea and then the devil? Yeah, the devil. We are torn between this. Either way, there is no survival. But I'm saying that it is also to buttress the point of a government failure. That is the point. So don't tell me that Professor Tuguba says that if we do not, he used certain words. He also said failure to do that could be cool. Why have we gotten to this stage? Because the one who claimed to know everything about managing the economy of this country is no longer talking. Where is Dr. Baumia in all these narratives?
But at least we've heard from the president.
If the president wants us to take we
cannot live in a country where majority of people do not pay
taxes. We can also not live in a country where a president will be flying every single day in luxurious jets. When you have alternatives,
Bella.
In fact, we have seen other African countries where the president, in any case, if you tell me that the plane is not conducive for use, why is it that you use same plane to airlift MPs to come from Germany to vote because of e-levy? If you tell me that it is not conducive for use, why did you make it available to other presidents to use? So if you tell me, tighten your belt, I'm willing to tighten my belt. But when I look at you and you don't even have belt hooks, you think I will be prepared to tighten my belt?
Okay.
No.
Let Kamal come in so that he can respond to this.
Bella, this is not for us to overstretch. He makes a very important point and cited example of developed nations and then hinge the basis of their development on taxation. Okay? Which tells us that whoever is viewing us this morning, must see that the taxes that we're talking about are a sine qua non in our society. Very essential to us. Now today, government upon government will introduce taxes. Now the NDC were in power. Question is, when they introduced VAT, even before we came in, what was the reaction of the MPP in opposition? It was to fight it because we felt that it was inimical, it was actually going to impoverish the people and all that. We made all those arguments.
And they withdrew it.
No, they did not.
What they did was
what they did was that they had to go back to do the consultation that we wanted, readdress it, just as we have.
But that took 3 years. Wait a minute. Before.
But of course, as we speak to you, the e-levy is not passed yet. Consultation stage is ongoing. But the point I'm trying to make is that those things have been seen before in our society. Again, fast forward to the current dispensation of our democracy. When we introduced, President Kufuor introduced CST, communication tax, services tax. What did the NDC do? Mutale and Co went haywire. No, that is not going to be proper. It's going to impoverish our people and all that. The next moment when they were voted, the CST was what they used to claim that that was what was going to create employment or help create employment for the economy as it were. Now the point is that we all go back and forth. We have gotten to where globally there has been a pandemic. Globally, economies have actually been have suffered. Globally, things are not going well. Today, as we speak, look at what is happening between Ukraine and Russia, and look at the effect it's going to have on the global economy. Ghana is not out of it. Then an innovation comes in place to say, Ghanaians, this is how we're going to help ourselves domestically to raise revenue to move on. Bella, you recall when pandemic hit, COVID hit, you know what happened? The nose masks that we even wanted, we couldn't import because every place was shut down. And what we did was that this cloth you're wearing, some Ghanaians, out of ingenuity came out to use that to give us some nose masks, and it cushions us. Today we sit down to say that look, internally, in a year alone, some over 700 billion Ghana cedis goes into the transaction of Momo. 700 billion in a year. 2021 alone, so over 700 billion. Then government says, look, this is an area we haven't actually delved in. Why don't we try as much as possible to look at how we can get some taxes to help pushing the economy? Then somebody says someone to say it is going to be impoverish the people, it is going to be wicked, it is so. And when we do that,
but we should be able to seal the loopholes. And it brings me to my next question, even tourism and how that can generate a lot of money for us. Now, look at Year of Return and the number of people who came back to reconnect with their land, okay? Don't you think that we have, even though we had a lot of people coming in, have we sort of failed in even maintaining our monuments and our tourist sites so that we could have generated a lot more money? We're here at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum.
I agree.
And this is not the state it was supposed to have been.
I have made these arguments over and over again. In fact, I even said that, look, the zoos that we have, the parks that we have, you go to Cape Coast, look at these tourist sites. We have left many to rot. And that is a sad situation and a sad reality that we are faced with. Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, actually a very beautiful edifice that could have boosted domestic tourism and even increased our international tourism earnings. As well. We have left it to rot. I agree with you entirely. It all boils down to part of the internal deliberate efforts that we should make to raise revenue to help our own economy. Look, I made a proposal the last time. I said we have so many basic schools in this country. All we have to do is that we need a collaboration between the Tourism Ministry or the Tourist Board and then the Ghana Education Service. Now, if one were kids going in primary school, we could travel from, say, the northern part, they bring us to Kintampo, to the waterfalls. Sometimes they even bring us to Kumasi, to the zoo. To look at I've not forgotten about this. And now, wait a minute. You see, and all those things are not more happening. Now, if there's that collaboration, parents know that at least on holidays like this, what my kids is supposed to do is that go to these tourist sites to pay, maybe, for example, I am paying 10 cedis or 5 cedis for a kid that I have. And all this money, of course, comes to generate revenue for Ghana Tourist Board by extension the government of Ghana. We are not doing this. We're not tapping into it. But I'm saying, not just NDC, not MPP, any government that comes, we should look at how we can tap into these areas, maintain our tourist sites, increase domestic revenue in terms of tourism, and also increase revenue in terms of international tourism, as it were.
So why are you not doing that as a government, and you are asking us to pay levy? Don't you think that maybe if we had also fixed these other problems that we have and seal the loopholes, we'll make a lot more money than what we're asking for?
It is interesting. It's a two-way thing. First, the citizens of this country. Second, the government in power. This, I want us to be very objective on. Anything initiated by government that comes with little charge, we are quick to say that we will treat that with disdain by saying that, oh, that money, even if I pay it, somebody is going to squander it.
Is that not what has happened in the past?
I am saying we should not even be pessimistic.
First of all, there's been precedents.
No, first of all, look, being pessimistic has to do, there are precedents, all right. But when going forward, 65 years of our independence, when going forward, being pessimistic always draws us back And I'm saying that if there's a laudable policy that has been pushed, for example, this tourism thing that we are speaking about, and they are fashioning out strategies to see how they can help us. Now it comes out, citizens of this country, instead of we embracing it and first pushing it for it to succeed, all we do is that, look, treat it with disdain, throw it somewhere, and claim that the government of the day is going to take money and then go to squander the money. And I'm saying that is quite inimical to ourselves.
How is it so?
Why? Because we do not become positive people. When the policy is actually driven to you or given to you, you as a citizen, your duty is to ensure that you uphold it and of course see to its success. Then of course you can question the loopholes afterwards.
But we've been questioning, we've been questioning a number of loopholes. I mean, away even from the 12 billion cedis that we've lost according to the Auditor General. When it comes to even COVID funds.
Which is not true.
It's not true? How is not true? The Auditor General puts out a report and you're saying it's not true?
That's not very true. I mean,
you're saying it's not true?
There's a process. He's a member of parliament. He understands how it goes.
Public accounts committee. Don't speak about something you don't know.
So will go step by step. Which institution do we think that we've lost this? Answers are supposed to be given. If the answers are not satisfactorily given, that is where a surcharge will come in. Look,
Kamal, don't even go there. Don't speak about something you don't know, my brother.
Sit down and say that you have
can I help you?
And for that matter, that report says from 12 billion is gone.
For that
matter, 12 billion is gone. That is why I say it's not correct.
Can I be
it's not correct.
Can I be of help?
Okay, let Comrade come in for this one.
Can I be of help to my kid brother?
Okay.
Kamal is my kid brother, you know. In fact, I was wondering when Kamal entered here whether he didn't have a sense of guilt looking at this. What you guys
when did you leave government?
Did you have a sense of guilt?
Did you have a sense of guilt yourself?
No.
Kamal, hold on.
I'm saying that.
Very good question. Did you have a sense of guilt yourself?
I didn't, because Kamal is a beneficiary of those who criminally, illegally, and justifiably truncated the democratic process of this country. Those who criminally, illegally, and justifiably overthrew Nkrumah. He is a beneficiary of it, and that is why I asked whether he didn't have a sense of guilt.
Where he come from.
You have a sense of guilt.
Who did I give birth to NDC?
No, but I thought that. Hold on.
Gave birth to NDC. So
I mean, I think that the guilt transcends that period. Because if your government was in power, well, we can equally ask you that what did you do to improve upon the situation?
I'll come to the improvement. I'm saying that when he entered here, didn't he feel a sense of
Kamal,
guilt?
please allow him. Hold on.
Bella, let me be very clear. Unlike Kamal, I have been very, very principled. In fact, on the floor of Parliament and on several platforms, including your station, I have been consistent of my opposition to coups, particularly when it borders on overthrowing a democratically elected government. And that is why I said on your program that, proud as I am as an NDC person, I have never participated in anything 31st. I have never. I've been very consistent. So I was expecting my brother to just for a once or for a moment blink and say, okay, yes, I felt a sense of guilt. But we'll come to that topic. We'll come to talk about how these guys have caused the problems we have today. The problems we have in this country started in 1966. June 24th, 1966. That was when the problems of this country started. And if they never truncated, I'm saying that the Puza Danko tradition. Kamal, by the way, my grandfather.
Let's listen to it. I'll let you
by the way,
Kamal,
by the way, my grandfather, you know, was one of the founding members of the Puza Danko tradition. I'm saying that the more I read about the political history of this country, the more I distance myself from this. And the bane of this country, the problems you have today, started by these people. You should be apologizing to the people of this country on this day. But let me come to some factual inaccurate statements Kamal made. Kamal said that the NDC was against the communication service tax. Yes, we were. But when you convinced us, when you told the people of this country that we are going to use it to take care of creating jobs for the youth, we supported it. So it is factually inaccurate.
Kamal, please allow him to speak.
When you are speaking, I listen to you. On VAT, you didn't only oppose it. You demonstrated against it. The demonstration was led by no less a person than the current president. 4 people lost their lives, including a 14-year-old boy. You have blood on your hands because you oppose a tax regime that was introduced by the NDC. How dare you talk about NDC's position on e-levy? As a matter of fact, it is not the NDC's position. When we had the post-budget review, all the experts who were brought spoke against the e-levy. The last time I checked, ISE is not an NDC. The last time I checked, Multimedia Group, they are pro-MPP than NDC. They are not even NDC. They conducted a survey. Over 90% of the people of this country says they're against e-levy. The last time I checked, Central University that made available their platform for Dr. Bawumia to do his voodoo economics prior to the 2016 elections. He went there and proffered solutions to all the economic challenges. Yet we have the worst economic performance in the history of this country under his lead. He is the leader of the economic management team. That university conducted a survey. Over 90% of the people of this country says they're against it. So it is not an NDC thing. The opposition to e-levy is not an NDC thing. Anytime the NDC agrees with the majority of the people of this country, in order for them to whittle down, and then they turn it to an NDC MPP ball game. If you tell me to pay e-levy, and he himself espoused that rather eloquently this morning, that one of the reasons has to do with the COVID, that there is a global pandemic. Kamal, spare us these stories. Those stories be told to the Marines. One, Ghana is not, and we're not the only country hit. Kamal, can I finish? We were not the only country hit by COVID. As a matter of fact, for you to assess the effect of COVID, then you should be looking at the number of lives that are lost or were lost. That there is nothing comparable to that. Many of our neighbors lost more lives than us. None of them, and I say this, went to the IMF to get $3 billion loan. None of them got $100 million from the World Bank. None of them got $86 million from the European Union. None of them dipped their corrupt hands into consolidated funds, infrastructure development funds. You did all these things. What do you have to show? If you tell me that you are introducing e-levy because of the economic quagmire that you have sunk the people of this country, the Minister for Health is telling us in the 2022 budget that they spent 32 million Ghana cedis of the COVID money drinking tea. That is what the Minister of Health is telling us. The Minister of Finance is telling us that they want to spend 54 million of the COVID money to establish a bank. It means that you have more than enough that you are establishing a bank. Bella, does it even make sense? Go to Frontier Health, and I have been saying this every single day. A company that had no knowledge in the work they are doing there. A company that was operating illegally, courtesy the Minister for Health, when he appeared before the appointment committee, that they operated without a license. That company is owned by Asende Bediotu's wife and other. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. I know that.
He says it's not true.
Who owns it?
Do you have any documents?
Go to the registrar. Bella, can I finish? Go to the registrar general.
Because
go to the registrar general.
No, hold on, Kamal, hold on, please.
Go to the registrar.
I would want you to at least have proof. Otherwise, let's leave out who owns it unless you have documents to prove it.
I am saying this for a fact. The Sandbox woman is one of the owners of Frontier Health. I am saying this, I'm aware, it's not TV3's words. I am saying it for a fact. Granted that we don't even know who owns it. The Frontier Health is making millions of dollars every month. Does it even make sense to you, Kamal? Your own private business. If Ghana was for you, Frontier Health take $150 from people, and then they give you $2. Does it even make sense to you?
But you knew
so when you
all
turn
of
around,
this, and the minority side of the appointments committee still went ahead to pass.
I am saying that
the health minister.
We didn't go ahead to pass. The position is that we're not passing them. We went into plenary and they voted. I'm saying that we went and they voted. So you can't. The position of the minority was very clear. Bella, I spoke repeatedly on this, that I am against it, and I will always against the NDC as a party, NDC as a caucus. I'm saying the NDC as a party, NDC as a caucus.
Honorable Samuel Okuyeta Blakwa even left the appointment committee because he was not happy.
But I'm.
So is that not an indication of the fact that you may have agreed on certain things?
The committee level. You see, I don't want to go into whether.
And then later decided to go and pass it, and there have been concerns about why you even went ahead to pass these ministers. I'll let you come in, Kamal.
Bella, the NDC as a party and as a caucus made the opposition very clear. The voting was done through a secret ballot. And at the end of the day, the person won, they approved them. But that is even begging the question. The point I am making is that you can't use COVID as a justification for the introduction of e-levy when indeed you have mismanaged the funds of COVID. When indeed I have given you this classical example. Bella, could you imagine that what Frontier Health is doing was given to Noguchi or 37 or Kolebu? The millions, hundreds of millions of dollars every month would have been coming to this country. And now you come and then you tell me that you are introducing this because of e-levy. It simply doesn't make sense. But let me make this last point, Bella. You see, and I want to be very, very strict on this issue. The NDC has never said they are against any tax. We have never said that.
You said it. You've made that point.
No, I have said we have never said.
That point.
Kamal, are you the moderator?
Let him land, Kamal, so I can give you the chance to speak.
We have never said we are against any form of taxes. Kamal made reference to the fact that yes, because when you pointed, the NDC had to step down the VAT for about 3 years. Oh, that is why we're engaging. I mean, there's even ignorant. When you bring a bill to Parliament, and the bill is taken by the Speaker, and it's being worked on, it ceases to be a document of the executive. This town hall meeting you are doing, it's an insult to the people of this country.
How is that so?
It won't change. It won't change.
Engage Ghanaians.
No, you don't.
They went ahead
the
to engage
have
Ghanaians.
a proverb. That's I am in back your kuru.
What does that mean?
You left your door opened whilst it was raining, and then it rained heavily. Your room is flooded with water, and after that you then come and close the door. I am saying that this consultation should have been done before what they did. But you see, it's a mockery to the people of this country. When they went to Koforidua, they went with 32 Land Cruisers. The Land Cruisers, the engines were on for 4 hours, 4 solid hours. Then you tell me that the people of this country should approve e-living.
Okay, let Kamal Dean come in and respond to this. First of all, did you feel guilty walking into
that's what I'm going to address. Interesting. That's what I'm going to address. First of all, let us not twist history or rewrite history to suit us. There was a coup d'etat in 1966, clear. Spearheaded by the military of Ghana then. The military, please. You see, let us not twist the history to suit.
Carry on.
Ghanaians who are watching us have read the history too and know who championed the coup d'etat in 1966 on February 24th, 1966. Okay? Of course, we had the military of the Republic of Ghana embarking on a coup d'etat. Afterwards, there was a transition into a democratic government in 1969. That came in, or that brought in the Busia administration. You can't sit here and say for a fact that Busia, who of course became the Prime Minister of Ghana in 1969, was the one who actually championed the coup, or who went ahead with the coup on the, that is a twisted history, and
I'll let you come in.
Lie. That is a very big lie. That he should go back and read his history very well again. Now let's move on.
Hold on.
Now he sits down here,
hold on.
and based on the same happenings on 66. He says that we have blood on our hands.
Yes, you do.
He says that the MPP, he's accusing us of having blood on our hands.
Of course.
He's forgotten. And I reminded him. I told him of his own tradition, where he comes from. He's from the AFRC, PNDC stock that has given birth to the NDC. Do you know how many people were maimed and killed?
The NLC didn't get to give birth to.
Do you know how many people AFRC killed? Do you know how many people the PNDC administration killed? And you sit here and you want to accuse us of having blood on, please, having blood on our hands. So I'm saying the history is there for us to read, and the Ghanaians who are watching us this morning know which tradition has so much blood on your hands, and can speak to that.
But my point is, does it really matter? Because it may matter in terms of history, yes.
Or we are not
but my question of guilt, and it's something I asked him as well, is more of our maintenance culture.
Absolutely.
Because yes, we may have committed some mistakes in the past, but it doesn't mean that we need to dwell on that and keep blaming each other. What have we done as governments, the MPP, the NDC, because you have ruled the country in the last 30 years or so? What have we done to maintain these monuments so that we can make some money off it?
If you listened to me earlier on, when you asked about tourism and about this particular facility, I was quick to admitting that maintenance has become a problem and we should stop or desist from polarizing. Say, governments upon government. Why? The NDC came in. Are you telling me when the NDC came, the Muslim was?
And that's why I'm not absolving the NDC.
Are you telling me that they were looking?
You all have ruled this country for the last 30 years.
You are selling the land.
And you don't have much to say about even just, and this is just one of the many places
you are selling the
that we have left to rot. Please hold on, please hold on.
Your party
hold on, please.
I have been at least very charitable to Ghanaians. I have been very frank to Ghanaians, very objective to Ghanaians this morning when you pose that question regarding our facilities in terms of tourism sites or tourist sites. And I did say that, look, whether NDC or MPP, government that has come, we have actually been alternating since the 4th Republican Constitution. We have not done well to ensure that domestic tourism is given a boost. I have mentioned it. And I even said that, look, we still have a window we can go ahead to forge, that collaboration between Education Ministry and then the Tourism Ministry to get the kids to buy in, so that when we inculcate that in them, we move on. I made that point earlier on, but see, he brought in the bit of the coup d'etat and sought to pitch Ghanaians against the MPP.
Oh no,
by saying that we were those who indeed ousted.
You taught us how to use
and we were those who killed some people, and for that matter we have blood on our hands. And I'm trying to remind him of his history, not even too long ago. Why? You remember his own flag bearer? I don't know whether he's a flag bearer or yet to be a flag bearer. John Dramani Mahama. He said, look, we are from a revolutionary what?
Of course. Is there anything wrong with revolution?
And for that matter, when it comes to violence, when it comes to violence, they know how to unleash violence on people.
He
and
said
that they will mark people for boot in this. He said that.
I thought you just said you've been very honest with people this morning.
Go and get it and read.
No,
I'm telling you that when such a person sits here, like my own honorable member of parliament for Tamale Central, sits here to say that he's accusing somebody of some atrocities, then he has forgotten of where he's coming from.
Okay.
Now, moving forward, he made a lot of allegations here, trying to mention names when in fact the veracity of same is not.
Who owns Frontier Health?
He decided that is your name.
So who owns
That's
it?
What he said. Is it true what he said?
Who owns it?
That of course, the name he mentioned, for me, I can say for a fact
that it's wrong.
True.
So who owns Frontiers? And how did they win this contract?
Well, I don't sit here to try to, if you like, turn myself into Registrar General and then be able to.
No, but these are questions that Ghanaians have been asking. You are saying for a fact that Frontiers is not owned by the wife. No. Hold on. Thank you very much. But I'm asking a question. Absolutely.
Directors behind this particular.
But you should be able to tell us.
You can easily do.
You should be able to tell us.
If you say what I'm saying is not true,
am I the working Registrar General?
But you said what I said.
Because you're saying that what he put out is wrong.
So tell us who owns it. So who owns
it? It's not true. You can cross-check and we can cross-check it.
Who owns it?
It doesn't mean that when Mutala says something,
please allow him. No.
No, what? See,
hold on.
When Mutala says something doesn't mean that that's the truth.
Fine, and you are saying that that's not true. So we're asking you that. So who owns it, and how did they win the contract?
Who owns it? But I can say for sure that the name he mentioned is not true.
So who owns it?
I am saying that the name he mentioned is not true, and I'm very sure.
How did they win the contract? It's something that the health minister could not tell us during his vetting. It's something the attorney general could not tell us. Foreign affairs minister could not tell us as well. Who, how they got this contract? Don't you think that it would have been fair to Ghanaians by now?
I checked, the right to information bill was passed into law, and it's now right to information law. The last time I checked, and I am very sure that it is. And then get behind the scenes and know what is happening, as it were, but not to sit here and speculate. When we speculate, we are doing.
I'm not speculating.
So who owns it?
Too good.
Who owns it?
Who owns it?
I am saying that the last time I checked, that the right to information law exists, and it is so easy for media people like you to be able to check and then come out with the facts, so that we will not speak to speculations, as it were. That is what I'm saying. It is to say that, look, me sitting here have no idea who owns XYZ.
Okay.
Like he seems he has an idea.
Oh, so you don't know?
But I do know that the name he mentioned, of course.
No, but if you say you have no idea that it's XYZ who owns it, and yet he has put a name out, and you are saying it is not that person.
For sure that
are you not contradicting yourself?
He mentioned. No, I'm not contradicting. Listen to me very well. I am very careful in choosing my words. I'm saying that for sure. That woman he mentioned is not the director, or is not the owner.
So who owns it?
Okay.
But the point is that I am also making a point that we can make sure by cross-checking or fact-checking to find out whether he's right or not right. But I can say for sure that he's not right.
Well, myself and Media General would disassociate ourselves from what has been said. We will do our cross-checks. But I would have been happy. I would have been happy if you had told us exactly who owns us, who owns Frontiers.
I'm saddened this morning. Come on, why are you doing this to yourself?
I'm doing nothing to myself.
What is he doing to himself?
You have already done harm to yourself.
No,
why do you sit down here?
It's my turn now.
No, you spoke for a while. He hadn't landed, so please allow him. Allow him to land. Allow him to land.
He's sweating.
So come out. That's the question I'm asking. That even the whole appointments committee tried to probe further into this matter, and we still have these government appointees saying that we have no idea who owns what and who owns what. The health minister is supposed to be the leader of the ministry. So anything regarding COVID and its management, at least you'd expect that he should know everything about it. And even him, Attorney General, is a senior advisor on government.
Yes.
Okay. even on procurements as well. He said that not all reports come to his table, and so he probably doesn't think that he had seen that report, which is the reason that he gave. Foreign Affairs Minister says she did not know anything about it. Is it not an indictment on your government that we can set up a whole testing center at the airport run by Frontiers Healthcare, and we still do not know how they got the contract and who owns it?
The money is not, it doesn't even remain in Ghana.
For you to know. And of course,
please, comrade, please allow him to speak.
Who are behind it is so easy for you to know as well. Bella, I am saying that I wouldn't sit here to say what I do not know. Okay, I would not do that. But the point I want to make is that you sitting here, and I'm repeating it, you have what it takes to establish the veracity of what he has put out there, and of course fact check it and come out and tell us that Media General, we have done XYZ. We've realized that the owners of this Frontier company are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, or they are not these people as put on our platform.
The president promised us in January 2017 that he was going to give us value for money.
Yeah.
Do you think that we've gotten that value for money as Ghanaians?
Perfectly, yes. Perfectly,
we have.
Yes, we have.
Regarding even this contracts that we're talking
why
about?
not? You see, governance, I've always maintained that it's a process and it's a plethora of issues that we have on the table. Now you ask whether or not the president has promised to give Ghanaians value for money. There has been contracts that have been reviewed based on value for money audit, and of course we have had such contracts reviewed and then re-put together. There has also been an initiation of contracts by this government that of course has ensured value for money, as it were. So when the president says that he's giving Ghanaians value for money, I don't think it's out of place at all. He has done so.
I'm asking about Frontiers. In fact, they made about $17 million, and you can get your handkerchief and work. I mean, please understand, if we can get tissue for Kamal Dean, we're here at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, and well, the sun is up, and so it's understandable. It's not the sun. It's the argument. Is the argument? Oh, well, I'm wearing a hat. Hold on. Hold on.
You are not. Hold on. It's not the sun. Why are you doing this to yourself, my brother?
Hold on. Now, if we're talking about value for money, let's just cross over to the art center, and it's just next to the Mausoleum as well. I mean, recently we saw the workers here protesting, and they were saying that we're not happy with the fact that you're trying to move us. We've been told that the lands are being used to develop for the Marine Drive.
Who are they selling it to? Mention the person who's buying it.
Tell us about that. And of course, these people are saying that we're protesting. We're not happy that you're moving us. How have I answered it?
You cited the Marine Drive.
Well, that is the excuse that the government is giving for why they are moving them from there.
Who have you sold it to?
Bella, we are a country
hold on, Kwame, please.
We are a country that is thirsty, for development. We are a country that is thirsty for modernization. We have had a situation where we all sit down to think and say that, look, our beaches that we have here, just behind us, it's not the best. You just spoke about tourism and spoke about how we can have tourism giving a boost in this country. Now, a government thinks out of the box, says that we need such a facility to assist us. Then you sit down to say that, look, you are questioning the
and by the way, tissue for Kamal, please, if we can help him out.
They are questioning the redevelopment of the art center. And I am saying that, look, are we up there or out there to ensure modernization of our areas of tourism or tourist attractions? If it is yes, the government of the day comes out with a project. Which project is yet to actually be established? Then which project, when the land that we have here, being the art center, is supposed to be part of the same project, then somebody sit down to say that, look, the government is actually destroying art center or selling art center to whatever claims that you are making. I want to say that, look, there is a process of claiming lands. There's a process of ensuring that government facilities or facilities that are supposed to modernize us is given to us. So the Marine Drive, the imperative nature of that project sees to it that those areas that you have mentioned are occupied, if you like, acquired. Then when they are acquired rightfully, then they are used for that purpose. And of course, we will all be happy for the modernization that we all have.
Okay, but let me just read. This is an initial letter, and Graphic Showbiz, got hold of this letter. It was signed by one Christopher Anibrika. He's the Senior Land Administrator Office of the Lands Commission in August 2021, and indicated that the parcel of land registered and issued with land certificates number GA 3877 had been acquired by the state under the Executive Instruments 5916, dated April 19, 2016. Now, he was asking who it was sold to, by the way. Well, it says it was acquired by the state.
who did they sell it to? Who is developing it? The so-called Marine Party boys.
I am saying.
But anyways,
saying that
just let him land on this.
As it were, that's what I made. I made a point on it.
It was acquired by the state.
Choose what?
Okay, let's go on to. Don't worry, Kamal. Let's go because he's asking.
Kamal was telling me that I need to go and look at my understanding of our history.
Your own history.
Maybe perhaps we need to get the chalkboard here so that I can take Kamal through. You people, Nkrumah, after the 1948 riot, was not even in Accra. The so-called Big Six, when they arrested them, after Major Imri, that criminal of a British colonel, authorized the British soldiers to gun down ex-servicemen who were taken to fight a war that had nothing to do with Africa and had nothing to do with Ghana. And when they were promised of giving them some basic needs, when they came and they refused to do that, these Ghanaian ex-servicemen demonstrated and Major Imri authorized for their gun down. When there was riot as a result, can I finish? When there was riot as a result, Nkrumah was not in Ghana. There was not in Accra. When they arrested those you now want us to praise as having contributed towards the independence of this country, they told the whites that it was Nkrumah who organized it. They released them. Nkrumah was incarcerated for 14 months. That's a fact.
That's not true.
Look, I would urge Kamal go and read the Medrib.
Look.
Oh, hold on. Honestly, I have it in my shelf. I have it. Hold on, Kamal. Can I finish?
Please allow him.
Kamal,
please allow him. When he was interjecting, you are asking him to stay calm.
Kamal, I have that book in my office in Parliament. Or The End of Illusion. Another book. These two books were not written. Declassified.
Please hold on.
Can I finish? These are books that are declassified. CIA reports. Where in that book they describe J.B. Dankwa as a CIA agent, and that he was on a CIA payroll. As a matter of fact, the Buze you are talking about, when he was made the NCCE boss by the NLC, he was given that post so that he could travel around the country, and for which reason he contested in the elections and even criminally won. He never won the elections. In fact, they banned political parties.
Him, everything is criminal.
Can I finish, Kamal?
No,
Kamal, can I finish?
Come on.
Please.
Bella, they banned Kamal.
Please.
When you
allow him.
with the facts, that's what they do. Don't degenerate this program. I am saying that they banned CPP and all political parties that had ties with CPP. As a matter of fact, yes. You don't know?
Hold on, please land for me so we can move on.
And in fact, Bella, when they
even change the flag of Ghana to CPP.
Bella.
Change the flag of Ghana to CPP flag.
Bella.
Okay, you let him land. This is something he says he has read. Let him make his points and then you can come in.
Honestly, I'm beginning to empathize with my brother.
Come out, please.
I am saying that when the military junta, the criminals, when they overthrew Nkrumah in 1966, and before the 1969 elections, our second republic, they banned CPP and any political party that had links with CPP or Nkrumah. As if that was enough, when Buze became the prime minister, a bill was sent to parliament, enacted into law, making the pronunciation of the name Nkrumah a state crime. In fact, University of Ghana, a university that I am having three degrees, and I feel ashamed.
Why do you feel ashamed?
I feel ashamed because that university brought out all the books of Nkrumah and banned them, supervised by authorities of the university. I think that Legon should be apologizing to Nkrumah. These things have, in fact, Nkrumah had gotten people to write an African encyclopedia. They virtually finished with that book. It was banned. That is why I asked him whether he didn't have a sense of guilt when he entered here. Nkrumah's mother, who was 86 years, virtually blind, was dragged to appear before commission. Bella, you know why? That the woman should say Nkrumah was not her biological son. That Nkrumah was a Liberian. You caused this harm to this nation, and you have the effrontery, the temerity, the audacity to talk about the independence of this country.
Let's move forward. Hold on, Kamal.
Bella, let me finish.
Bella.
I feel extremely emotional.
Kamal, please.
I feel extremely emotional when those who have truncated our democratic process, assuming Nkrumah was not overthrown. You have no justification to overthrow anybody because they knew that they could not confront Nkrumah to the ballot. If Nkrumah was not overthrown, you think that this Ghana would have been in this state? Well, when they said he declared one party state,
so does it mean that
they were hailing a
you're saying that if Nkrumah wasn't overthrown, then we wouldn't have been in this state? Does it mean that your party has not also done a good job?
No, I am saying that my party had to struggle. My party had to struggle to correct some of the ills committed by their forebearers.
But
My
if
party,
you were so concerned
my party,
about the history of your Osajifo, a place like this should not even be looking
and
like
the
this.
NDC was it like this?
Oh, really?
And the NDC, I want to go
Bella,
back and check your
you know,
archive.
It was not like
No,
this.
no.
You
And
see,
the NDC,
you see
Bella,
how
and the
candidate-
NDC,
you see how
was the
candidate
NDC,
Ghanaians?
did the NDC
Is that-
sell
is not
lands?
candidate
Did the
Ghanaians?
NDC
Oh,
sell lands belonging
Was
to
this
this?
place like this under your party?
Bella, I was crying. Look at the place. And I remember when the NDC...
Ghanaians will know who
party
they
did
are
not
listening to.
renovate
Bella,
this
I
place.
want you... Bella, I'm saying
Your party did not renovate
Bella,
this place.
the NDC,
If you're
hold
so
on, Bella,
concerned
Bella,
about the Asajifo,
the
this place should
NDC,
not
the
have been rotting
NDC,
away like
the
this.
NDC did a lot of work here, and I want you to interview.
What work
Bella,
exactly
I
did you do?
want
Tell
you,
us.
At least the NDC maintain it to a level. Look at the green grass.
Really?
They are all dried. Ask the workers here to interview them on the basis of anonymity. And the thing they will tell you, you'll be very shocked. That is why I asked him, in any case, did NDC sell lands belonging to the museum?
No, but
Did
even
we-
before we move to
I'm
that,
saying
I'm
that did
asking
we-
about here.
Bella, I'm
What
saying
did
that-
we do apart
Bella,
from the
under
green
the
grass? You're
NDC
saying that you did a lot
and
to
the
maintain
NDC, the
this
thing
place.
this place was far better
Was the
than
water
it is today.
running?
I'm saying that yes, it was. Under NDC, this place was far better. And Bella, in any case, did the NDC sell lands belonging to their party boys? When you asked him, he told you deputy communicating
But I
officer.
read a part of the letter that
I'm
said
saying
it was bought by the state.
It's and given to a private person.
Yeah.
He
Well,
doesn't have the
there
courage.
is an aspect of it. No, I do. I have it here. It was given to a private
Bella,
person.
which private person?
And even
Airport
even
is
the
that
leaders.
same
Hold on.
person.
Even the leaders here were saying that how does government
Bella, it's my
intend to
turn.
generate? Hold
not
on.
your turn.
I'm just
Wait.
putting that to bear.
Charlie,
How
just
does
give you
government
another
intend to
tissue.
generate revenue if
Bella.
it is not government that is collecting the dues from them? Because it's a private entity that will be collecting the monies from those who would now be
Bella, can I
plying their
continue?
trade. So
Bella,
let's
you
just
see,
put that
When we
across.
talk about this country, come on, you people, you don't feel ashamed to even be talking. The motion of destiny, you voted against it. You voted against the motion of destiny, a motion that gave way to full independence. You voted against it. How dare you talk about this country? How dare you talk about the independence of this country? And I'm saying that you should feel ashamed and very guilty that when you entered here, and I'm saying, Bella. A man, they can deny the fatherhood of a child to the father. You drag Nkrumah's mother, who was virtually blind.
Bella,
That
I don't
Nkrumah was a
think-
Liberian.
Hold
Bella,
on.
Nkrumah was a Liberian.
Please, hold on.
Nkrumah was a Liberian. Rollins was a Scottish. Collins Dowda, who had been a member of parliament before, contested elections, and you had a certain deputy minister for interior, Thomas Brony, took
Okay.
him to court, and that he was not a Ghanaian. Bella, today in this country, we had ex-servicemen who fought for this country. They are denied to even access the Ghana card because they don't look like certain
Bella,
people.
please.
Their children are
How
please.
so?
We have the Fulani community in Ghana. The Fulani, there's a video.
Hold on, please.
Bella,
Hold
the
on.
Fulani community in Ghana, who stated their grandfathers served in the military of the Gold Coast and this country. They went to access passport and they said they are not Ghanaians.
Okay.
That Bella,
Would you agree to assertions then? Because a number of Ghanaians hold this assertion and the view that both the NDC and the NPP have not really done much to move us forward.
Bella,
And maybe
Bella,
if the
don't put us-
Osajifo had been alive, life would have been much better for
Bella,
Ghanaians than what we've
Bella,
seen you both do.
We have been consistent in our position, and Bella, like I told Kamal, me, I'm not a
Bella.
blind. I'm not a blind.
Kamal, please, I'll let
Bella,
you speak.
I don't follow politics, sheepishly. I'm an NDC person. I was inspired to join the NDC because of Rollins. And Rollins continued to inspire me even after his death. But I'm saying that as someone who wants to be consistent, I have never participated in anything 31st. So if I condemn the 1966 coup, and I feel that it would be hypocritical for me to defend another coup because they all truncated democratically elected government. And as a Democrat, if they never did what they did, Ghana would have been a different place. So they should feel ashamed.
Doesn't mean that the NDC as well has not done enough
The-
to move us
to be
forward
very honest,
as a country.
Bella, to be very
Bella.
honest, no political party will be able to do enough.
Bella.
But I'm saying that
Okay.
between the NDC and the MPP, at
You've
least
done better.
they truncated the
Okay,
democratically
come on,
elected
please come
government.
in.
Bella,
Look at what President
Assuming-
Muhammad did. They
Hold on,
borrowed so
hold on,
much.
please
What
allow,
they have
please
to
allow.
show.
assuming today, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency the President, decides that the MPP flag becomes the flag of Ghana, how would Ghanaians welcome that?
He would, if he does that in Parliament.
No, please. You've had time. I just want to address your
We
matters.
don't have
one after the
time,
other.
so please
Okay,
allow
one
me because
minute,
we're
understand.
wrapping up, unfortunately.
Okay,
And
yes.
this is exactly what the CPP that he claims today, okay, that they are for, did to this country. Okay? today, Bella, people died. I mean, I am not to sit here to remind people of such pain.
Of CPP.
Died in prison without trial. As a result of Nkrumah's, atrocities. I am saying that meted out to them. People died in prisons without any trial. J.B. Dankwa died. If you should read the letter written by J.B. Dankwa to Kwame Nkrumah, Bella, if you are a man or a woman who cares about human life and human beings in this country, trust me, you would never love what Kwame Nkrumah did.
What did he do?
Okay? We sit here. Chiefs were actually told in this country to either belong to CPP or you are dethroned. You are disclaimed.
Which chief was told?
I am telling chiefs.
Which chief?
Because of that, every single chief in this country who was afraid of being sacked as a chief by Kwame Nkrumah, the tyrant, the dictator.
How do you call him a tyrant and a dictator?
I
mean, that's not fair. That's not fair.
It's fair.
The same man who led us to independence is now a tyrant and a dictator.
I told you he was pretending. He's not showing his true self.
By Kwame Nkrumah, the tyrant and the dictator, those chiefs were afraid to even speak up.
How do you call him a tyrant and a dictator? We have to wrap up, but please learn from me on this.
I was in Mount Crest University with him. Level 100 student of law will tell you that if you read Ray Akoto, you would understand how human rights was actually thrown to the dogs.
Chachuchikate's one was thrown to the dogs more. You don't know?
You would understand how human rights was thrown to the dogs in this country. Now you come to sit here and you are touting. In any case,
President Akufo-Addo has been described as a despot as well.
I read that piece of a joke yesterday.
How do you call that a piece of a joke?
I read that piece of a 22-pointer piece of a joke yesterday.
I'm telling you, Akufo-Addo is a sanguinary despot.
Whatever petition to the Commonwealth.
Yes.
It was a joke. It was a complete joke.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Okay, we have to wrap up at this point.
I am saying that.
No. Unfortunately, we cannot carry on.
Wickedness.
We cannot carry on.
If it comes to actually treating Ghanaians not too well, Kwame Nkrumah actually is held in high esteem or was held in high esteem in that. So when you come to sit here and then you want to say that it is the end.
Hold on, please, comrade. You call a petition to the Commonwealth as a piece of a joke. You're talking about human rights being disrespected and disregarded.
Even within that petition, they have been selective.
Okay, we have to go.
Bella, do you know those who were supporters?
We're done. We have to go.
Do you know those who were supporters of CPP?
I wanted you to touch on the 10 medical students whose school fees were paid.
They discriminated against Collins Dowda.
Let's end this conversation, please.
The one you use as an example this morning.
Just quickly.
He has a case. You were not mentioned.
Come on.
Okay, there's a historical fact where a woman.
So there's some 10 medical students in your constituency that you're paying school fees for.
Bella, when I contested
Just
for
briefly,
the Tamale
please, so we can
Central
wrap up.
elections, I made certain promises, and I can say that I organized free extra classes for 1,200 students plus, provided them for 5 months, paid the teachers, they took them, provided master, provided TNT for them. I have provided 25 mechanized boreholes for Tamale. You remember I filed a question for the Minister for Sanitation to tell us why there's acute water shortage. I'm not just doing that, I provided 25 and I'm going to provide additional 25. I promise to fully fund the education of 10 medical science students. And Saturday, I paid their fees full. And next year, I'm going to pay their fees. Next year, we are taking additional fresh 10 medical science students.
Okay.
So next year it means that the number will be 20.
Okay.
The reason is simple. There are a lot of medical doctors. Bella, let me finish.
Just let him land.
Bella,
Come on, you don't want him to
please.
speak.
Bella,
No, but you land so that you can pat him on the
and
shoulder.
the point is that if you listen to the stories of some of these kids, frankly, after we gave the cash to them, everybody was crying. Their parents were crying. There was one particular student. The father died 6 years ago. That boy, a little boy, had to carry concrete to be able to even buy food on campus. And such a student, and a lot of them had their stories.
Yeah.
So I know that next year the pressure is going to be huge.
Okay.
So I'm getting some money, which I would invest, so that by next year it would increase.
For Northern Ghana, or for Northerners for that matter, I welcome it.
The
initiative by my good brother, Honorable Member of Parliament for Tamale Central, it's not a bad initiative. It's good. I have seen members of Parliament for Karaga, Dr. Amin Anta doing same. I've seen
10 medical science
Farouk also trying to do same. I've seen Hassan Tampule of Gushegu. I pray that we get something like this in Nantong as well. Awesome. I mean, where I come from.
Where he wants to contest.
I am praying that we get something
where he
like
wants
that.
to contest.
Nantong is we are fighting hard to ensure that such developments will get to that.
So you want to be MP for the area? Okay, all right. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for speaking to us. Kamal Dean, let's see if he might be the incoming MP for Nantong at this point. But Kamal Dean Abdullah is the Deputy Director of Communications for the MPP, and Comrade Murtala Mohammed is the MP for Tamale Central. Jonathan says that if CPP wanted that and they were more responsible in the management of the economy, then it was good and better. Those claiming to be patriotic yet are corrupt. Okay. Well, today has been very emotional and passionate. That's from Robert. I can't read all your messages. I apologize. But happy birthday to my friend, Pastor Nana Jan Biden. You are amazing. May heaven truly reward you. Today you are a year older. May your joy know no bounds. New heights, new blessings, new grace. Have a super day from Joshua and the rest of the group. And also happy birthday to Yao Binim of Rhode Island. I hope you enjoy your special day. May life continue to bring you the best days ahead, from Bernard Garcia Jr. Here at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum and Memorial Park, and well, it's time for us to dance. I told you that we'll play some northern. No, we have to dance. And by the way, I'm dressed up as a market woman. It's officially Ghana month today, the 1st of March. And quick one, let me say happy birthday to my big sister, Angela Chematin Jimo. And well, it's her birthday today. We love you so much. God bless you. And we're partying hard later today. But as you are well aware, we're here at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum and Memorial Park. And this is where we are broadcasting live from. And we cannot talk about Ghana and talk about our history and where we're headed moving forward without also tasting a bit of authentic Ghanaian drinks. And so Molly's Mobile Bar is here, local bar by the way, and it's a mobile bar by the way, and so wherever you are, they can come there and set up nicely for you. I have the founder here and she'll tell us all about it. Hello. Hello. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Happy Ghana month.
Same to you.
This means a lot for you because I'm sure this is when you even make the most money.
Local business.
Local business. What do you serve?
So I have zonkom here today.
Okay. What is zonkom?
Zonkom is made out of millet.
Oh.
So it's a northern drink. So they call it millet drink. So
I haven't tried it before. Maybe I'll try that.
You have to.
Okay. And then what else?
Asana. Otherwise we call it aliha.
Aliha. Asana. I have a history with Asana, so I don't drink it anymore.
Okay.
I drank it once and the rain beat me while I was drinking it, so I couldn't drink it again. Oh, and the almighty Sobolo.
Sobolo, our popular Sobolo, yes.
Please raise it so they can see. Soko de.
Reddish.
Okay. Well, so I'm going to try this and see. But usually Ghana month, what is it like for you? Because I'm sure that you get a lot of calls.
So the calls are coming in. Now people want it local.
Please lift it so they can see. This is the zokomi.
It's milky. It looks milky, but there's no
milk. So just what?
Millet, surisa, pepper, ginger.
A surisa?
Yes.
It's
a local spice.
Oh,
so it's more of local stuff.
Okay.
Just a little sugar to
sweeten it. Okay, please give me just a little. Let me taste and see. And my colleagues are sitting down. Well, Helen is getting ready for an interview. Where is Johnny? He should have been trying this. So this is zokomi.
Zonkom.
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 Zonkom. Yes. What's the meaning? What does it say?
Millet drink.
Oh, so millet is zonk.
Drink is it's another way. I'm not.
Okay.
Myself, but it's called zonkom.
Okay, let's try it.
Yeah.
In the name of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
That's nice.
Okay.
It's your first time, so. It's your first time.
Yeah, I've not even seen it before.
Yeah. You go for your sobolo, I guess.
Can I mix it with sobolo? Please mix it for me.
With asana.
Why can't you mix with asana?
Millet and maize. This is millet. This is maize.
You don't mix millet and maize.
But this one you could just mix it.
You give me small. Let me do a cocktail. Or a mocktail, more like
yogurt color. Yeah.
Ooh. Yes. Me, I couldn't drink the zogom. I'm coming to mix it.
Make sure you like it.
This looks nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Okay, well, there's also some polo here. Yeah. So you usually serve it with polo?
You could take it with polo. I normally do the adunle.
Adunle, yes, but you didn't bring adunle today.
So today it's polo.
So you make all this yourself?
Yes, with the help of my mother.
How long have you been running this business?
Like 2 years. not too long. More like 2 years.
This is nice.
It's crunchy, yeah? So you can take it with it and see how it goes.
Okay, where can we find you? I mean,
so I'm located at Domi Pillar 2, but it's a local boat, so you can just call 0249 83 61 46. Just place your order. I'll just get it to you at your home, offices, anywhere. It's a mobile bar.
I see.
We are not stationed yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you should all check her out, and those are her details there. You can find her on Facebook at Molly's Local Bar, MOLLY''S, and same for Instagram, and also on Twitter. So get in touch. I'm having a mocktail of Zonkom and Sobolo. You can also come for your Asana, whichever one, but there's always Polo. Why is it called Polo though?
Polo.
You know.
The way it looks.
Okay, Helen. I'm a little busy here. Thank you so much. You're staying here with us till the end, right?
Sure, I'm here.
Okay, Helen, take over. I'm busy here, drinking and enjoying. Cheers. Happy Ghana month.
Bella, thank you for that. Bella's enjoying some snacks. I can't wait to go and also sample some of the delicious treats. This is still a new day. We're coming to you live from the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, and we're talking Ghana. We're launching the Ghana month in style. We also want to say a big thank you to the great Africa Heritage Cultural Dance Troupe. A big thank you again to the Great Africa Heritage Cultural Dance Troupe headed by Gasco. They've been treating us to some awesome dancing and drumming, and the fun continues right here. But we're going to be talking more about Ghana, of course. It is Ghana month. I'm joined this morning by two beautiful ladies in the form of Yvonne Donko. She's the General Secretary of the Tour Operators Union of Ghana, TUGA. I'm also joined by Alisa Osei Asamoah, President of the Tour Operators Union of Ghana. Good morning to you, ladies.
Good morning.
How are we feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling good. You feel serene. There's a nice breeze
Yes.
this morning. I know you said soon you'll be having some sobolo as well, trying some snacks. We're talking about some of the snacks we used to get as kids. You get the adunle.
Yes, we get the achumo.
Achumo. Who remembers Sweets Bad? Do you even know
No, so nice.
Where can you find Sweets Bad these days?
I think.
Oh, they still sell them.
They still do sell.
They still do sell it. Well, I'll be on the lookout. We need to go back and find all these snacks that we enjoyed. But it's a month where we celebrate all things Ghana. We're being encouraged to wear Ghana, to eat Ghana, but most importantly, feel Ghana, to also see Ghana. And that's where you ladies come in. What are the preparations looking like for this month ahead of all of the celebrations? Of course, we have Independence Day coming, but we want to encourage more and more people to see all the wonderful sights. What are some of the plans?
Okay. Thank you very much. And in fact, as I said, we are privileged to come here to talk on the preparations, and we are happy. Even the serene alone, I'm feeling good. To give you a little background before Yvonne will come in, Ghana Tourism Authority, under the leadership of Mr. Kwesi Agyeman, met us to collaborate, being one of the trade association under Ghana Tourism Federation. And you know, we are tour operators,
Right.
and we are driving the domestic tourism. So this year is the 65th Independence Day.
And that's a big age, 65.
Yes, 65. And we decided that we will drive domestic tourism as part of their programs that they are going to run. And we are going to spearhead the program. So what we did was we have the program lineup. Today they are in Cape Coast for the Forum Invest in Central Region. And tomorrow we have the tours. We are running sponsored tours for the school children in Cape Coast, Anamabo, and Elmina and Asin. So for them to experience Ghana as well. You know, they go to school, they learn a lot, but they haven't experienced the sites. When they go, they will witness it themselves. And Yvonne is here. They are doing the ground handling with my vice president, who is in Cape Coast. So she would throw more light on that for us. So at this juncture, I would like to thank Mr. Kwesi Agyeman for this initiative, for this collaboration. So Yvonne will continue for
Lovely. Yvonne, over to you. So you say there's a big lineup for Ghana Month.
Yes.
And it's kicking off today?
Today.
Okay.
Okay, so as President has already said, the Invest in Central Region is already taking place, 9 o'clock, so it's already taking place. And then tomorrow we have the domestic tourism in the Central Region. And in this tourism, we are sponsoring over 200 school children in the Central Region from Anomabo, Asemanson, Cape Coast Castle, the Cape Coast environs, and then Elmina, notwithstanding or not leaving Commander as well. And in doing that, we have set grounds for our tour guides to visit the schools. The Vice President is collaborating with GES on the ground there. And tomorrow we are set to go. By 8 a.m. we start the tours.
So that's with some over 200 school children in the Cape Coast area. They'll be able to go and see the landmarks, learn about the history, because that's important for our kids to know about their roots and, you know, where they came from, so that they can chart, you know, the path forward. So that's happening tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
But aside that, we also have some tour packages for adults, not with living students as well. Though these are JHS children we are taking around. We have tour packages. We have the day trip, the return trip, and the weekend trip. Now, the weekend trip, which is starting from the 4th to 6th or the 7th, which is a holiday of March, and then any other weekend within the March. So domestic tourism drive all the way to Central Region throughout the month of March.
Oh, that's very exciting. So you say it's not just for our young ones. You have the adult packages. And where will these sort of tourist attractions take them? What can they expect to see? If somebody wants to be a part of maybe a day trip or a 10 trip, what can they expect to see on this tour?
Okay, so we have the Anomabo Gardens, the tour site, the Asemanson Slave River site, and then we have the Cape Coast Castle, Mina Castle, Kakum National Park. All these places have been outlined in our packages. Notwithstanding, whoever comes, unless you are doing a day trip, whoever comes on board doing a weekend trip will experience the Independence Day. We have a slot for you at the stadium for you to experience the Independence Day one-on-one.
Oh, that's exciting. Yes. So if you are part of this, you get to experience Independence Day.
And then we have the Beyond the Return Vigil as well, a bonfire night, and a reenactment of the slave trade, all in this package.
Oh, that's exciting. So you're going to...
Those are the packages that came from GT. They are activities. So we have incorporated ours, the tour together. So when you come, you experience the other programs by GT.
Okay. I mean, one of the things that a lot of people say prevents them from actively participating in domestic tourism is, you know, the nukufio, the money. They say it's expensive even to just see our very own domestic sites. What do you say to that, ladies?
Okay. In fact, let me go back. When COVID came, we realized that we were concentrating much on the inbound and the outbound. Even though domestic tourism was there, we realized that we have to intensify it so that we can travel within the country. Now, people were saying that our packages here is expensive and that they prefer moving out of the shores of Ghana when it comes to tourism, moving out of the shores of Ghana, and at the same time it's very cheap. For example, Dubai. We said no, we have to work at it. So
because when you compare the prices, though, that is the truth. Sometimes it's cheaper
to
go to Dubai.
Yeah. So for now, we realize it. So what we did was we tour operators, we segregate. We use all the stakeholders, the other stakeholders, the hotels, restaurant, tour guide. We met with them. Some of them have given us good rates, special rates. The tour guides have given us their special rate. The hotels have given us their special. So now my members are running flyers, running the programs with affordable rates. Return trips, overnight, weekend trips. So at least Ghanaians, some have gotten, we're still doing it. We are still trying gradually. It's moving up. When you compare like the data, the figures that came, the domestic travel has increased, but we still have a long way to go.
Do we know by how much?
The figures, as for the figures, I cannot comment, but I know from GTA they have the data. The figures it has increased, so we are still working at it.
Okay.
We have affordable rates. Yvonne can also throw more light to that.
Yvonne, do you want to give us some numbers, or we have to come to you specifically and you tailor a package for us?
For now, I don't want to give out any numbers here. I have to go back onto into the file to give us out numbers. But we have very, very affordable rates. We have affordable rates. We have the budget hotels, 2 budget hotels in the Cape Coast we are working with. We have the 3-star hotel and the 2-star hotel we are working with, which is very affordable when you should come through the tour operator. Yeah.
Okay. Now, another thing that people say is a hindrance to enjoying some of our domestic sites is the road network. Trying to get from place to place can be tedious. And I know, Tuga, that obviously is not particularly in your jurisdiction, but how do you collaborate with the GTA and the stakeholders who can help with this situation to, enable you to do your work even more efficiently?
I'll start. What we have done is, for tour operators, I don't know whether we have started our farm trips because of the domestic tourism drive. We need to see the product that we are selling. We've done Ashanti region, we've done Central region, we've done Volta region. This year we are embarking on another region somewhere in July. Apart from the familiarization trip that we are going to see the product, the status, when we come back, we'll write reports to GTA. Okay? Whatever we see, both negative and positive, so that they can also improve on. We did for Ashanti region. When we went to Ashanti, we realized when we went to Lake Bosumchi, there were issues. When we came and we followed up, we also realized that French Embassy and GTA had partners and they are working on that. And some of the roads, I will use Kapun for example. It had a very bad road, but the road has been fixed.
Oh, I need to go and pay a visit soon. I didn't realize that.
We are running tours. See us and we'll organize a very good tour for you.
Absolutely.
Now, we did a tour with the Ghana Hotels Association during the Farmers' Day. We went to the Western region. We visited Ankasa and in Zulenzu. The roads, some of the roads have been fixed, but when you go to Ankasa, there is a problem. Inside, the roads are not good. So we have notified them. And when we notify them, they are also working at it. Some of the places, when we went to Volta region, years back I went to the Monkey Sanctuary. The road was very, very bad. But this time when I went there, in fact, we really enjoyed the place.
So you would say that we're seeing more improvements in the road infrastructure.
We are seeing more improvement, but they are still working.
Still working on it. Because of course that's what's going to enable people to also
absolutely
get to these sites easier and enjoy it. Because if you're already thinking about the journey, that's already a road block. But we've spoken about some of the interventions happening tomorrow and also for Independence Day. Are there more activities lined up for after Independence Day?
Yvonne will throw more light on that.
Sure. Absolutely. So that we can get the full lineup.
Thank you. On the 3rd is Wear Ghana Day. So on the 3rd, which is Thursday, we are doing Wear Ghana Day. And then on the 5th, March, Saturday, which is a soccer between the Ebusuyan Dwarfs and the Venomous Vipers.
That'll be exciting.
At 3 p.m.
Okay,
yes. There's that much. Yes. Yes. And after that, 7 p.m., we have the Beyond the Return Vigil, which is taking place, the reenactment of the slave trade, and then the bonfire will also take place there. Then on the 6th, we have the Independence Day celebration itself. And then a musical concert will take place after the Independence Day celebration.
That's exciting. But beyond Ghana Month and beyond all of these interventions that we have around this time, how do we sustain this interest of people wanting to see Ghana? I'll take final words, in just 20 seconds from you ladies. What can we do so that we always want to see Ghana beyond March?
What I would say is I'm encouraging all Ghanaians to go to experience Ghana and to feel Ghana. So what we've done is we have negotiated good rates. Our rates are very affordable. Our members are selling the products. So when you visit our website, www.touroperatorsgh.org. When you go, there's all our members are there. And when you visit their various social media and their various sites, the flyers are there. Some are running weekend packages. Some are also doing daily tours. Some are and we can also customize it for you at a very affordable rates. So the idea that domestic tourism are expensive, they prefer moving out, no. We have now spoken to the state and they have given us good rates, which we are encouraging Ghanaians to travel within Ghana, because we have everything that when you go out there, when you take Dubai is just the packaging, and we are learning. Initially, the promotion was very low, the domestic tourism promotion was very low, but now we have intensified it, so and people are realizing it and they are going on tours.
Lovely. Last words from you as well before we take a quick break.
Yes, so I'll encourage all Ghanaians to participate in the tours that we are doing for March, and not end it at March alone, but the rest of the days ahead of us to the end of 2022. We want to see an increase in domestic tourism. Ghanaians should come on board. They should patronize domestic tourism. They should use Tour Operators Union of Ghana. They should ensure that they use licensed tour operators in their dealings. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. And we were speaking with Yvonne and Alisa from Tuga. They say you need to see Ghana, experience Ghana. It's affordable now. There's so much to see. They say the Dubai, it's only packaging. We're going to go for a very quick break. Don't go anywhere. This is still New Day on TV3.
Ghana, Ghana.
Nice. Lovely. Can we briefly speak with the leader of the group and try and get a few details of you out there? Vasco or Gasco. Vasco, where's the microphone? Okay. So you hold on. We'll talk to Mr. Francis Doku first. Say, General Manager of MGTV joins us now. Play something small for him, so that play something small. He has to dance. Thank you very much. Boss, welcome.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm fine, Johnny.
You couldn't dance.
Oh, I danced. I danced for 2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes. Anyway, so Ghana Month is here again.
Yes.
What's in store?
Well, as usual, we like to put a spotlight on our country. I mean, there are a lot of things that may be wrong, but there are a lot of things also that are very good with our country. And so in every month of March, we try to put spotlight on the good things that our country has, like culture, like tourism, like fashion, like the food and everything. So we use our channels and our platforms to promote everything Ghanaian. So it's here again. And so our channels, TV3Newday would have all the good things Ghanaian, from films to our morning show to our reality shows. Everything would we focus on portraying Ghana and everything good about Ghana. So yes, we're back here. We'll show the tourism potentials we have. We know, if you come to a place like this, we think that things could be better. But there are a lot of good things also around the country that we would encourage our people to visit and also showcase the country that we have. So Ghana Month is primarily to put a spotlight on Ghana and project the good things that we have and show it out there.
Why does Media General spend so much time, resources, to make sure this happens every month?
Yeah, because
of March.
Because Johnny, we live in this country. Our business is based here. We are Ghanaians. Most of us who work at Media General, in fact, I think all of us are Ghanaians, and so it's our interest to promote the good things that our country has, so that we can also always project our country. Because if the country succeeds in anything, in any way, our businesses and our own lives would also succeed. So we believe that it's important that we try and look at the good things that Ghana does. The point is that the whole year we promote Ghana. We do our shows, our news, everything is to sports. We promote Ghana in everything we do throughout the year. But we feel that in the month of March, we should put a lot more spotlight on Ghana and do the good things promote the good things that we have, and let the people in Ghana know and people outside also know. Because the thing is that our platforms are not only limited to Ghanaians. All the people who watch our platforms are not just Ghanaians. The people outside who recently we were impressed to know that even Daytrash has a big fan base in Germany, Liberia, Nigeria, and other places. Just like the other shows that we do, Ghana's Most Beautiful, which portrays the culture of Ghana every year. We realize that it's not only Ghanaians who consume. So we believe that it's important that we show our country and the good things we have, not only for ourselves, but also for people outside. And so once Ghana succeeds, we believe that would also succeed.
You have made Bella look like ammonia. Helen is looking like Auntie Sisi, who is going for midweek service.
Yeah.
Kawa is looking like some Mokala businessman.
And you?
I don't know. Are we going to see a lot more of this in the coming days?
In fact, we will. Point has to be made that for a channel, if you watch TV3 on your TV, every day we portray something Ghanaian. On the morning show, our news presenters, our presenters, and all that. During Ghana's Most Beautiful, everything we do is Ghanaian. But in Ghana Month, we try to make it different. We try to put extra effort into it, so that we portray the very traditions of our country and our people, our culture and everything. So yes, For beginning of today till the end of March, we'll see a lot more of this. We'll see how it promotes our servicemen. We'll see how it promotes our footballers. We'll see how it promotes our traditional people, our market women, and everything Ghanaian.
I know Kawawa has a sports angle to drop at this point. When are we starting the Chaskele League?
No, I mean we are starting ours from today. Actually, so what we are doing is that we are highlighting the best moments in football that our country has chalked. So from '63 all the way up until now, and we know the top AFCON moments from '63 to '82, and then the youth tournaments we won '91, '95, and 2009, and then also. In 2019 actually we also won the under 20 not 2020 actually the COVID year. Yeah, we won the under 20 African Cup of Nations, and so all of that will come into the full package. We'll come
I
into
just saw Dr. Nkrumah with the Black Stars of old was interacting with them.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Black Stars are still excited as they were in 1963.
I mean, so the thing about Nkrumah was that I'm sure Mr. Doku knows this. He's a big fan of football. So Nkrumah had his own team called the Real Republicans, and it was from that team that created the Black Stars. And so what we are doing this month is also to tell the story of the Real Republicans. Some of them are still around. Reverend Osei Kofi is there. There's Wilberforce Mfumu is also there. And so all of these guys will tell us a bit of how it was, meeting Nkrumah for the first time, being called up into the Real Republicans. It felt like getting a transfer now to Real Madrid for them back then. And so it's a story with
Manchester United.
Of course, Manchester United. Helen, what's happening on radio? 3FM 92.7. You're on loan. Speaking of Manchester United.
Transfer window.
Johnny, just to add a bit to what Kawawa. We call it Kawawa. Said, is to say that we also put a lot more focus on some of our heroes, sports heroes, not just football, but sporting heroes, from tennis to athletics to football to boxing to all that. I think that sometimes we forget about the people who built the foundation of sports or any other thing that we now enjoy from. So it's important that in Ghana, and all those people,
The Viding is in the top 30 of women racers ever.
Yeah.
Wow. Her time is 11.14 and is still among some of the best times ever run by a woman. And so
the Cote poisons, and all that. So yes, this month we'll put a lot more focus on some of our heroes from the past, and even some of the living ones as well, so that we project them and let us all celebrate those people.
Alex, radio.
Yes,
3FM 92.7.
Celebrate for the month of March. We think Ghana's greatest exports is her people. We're going to be celebrating some of our notable figures all month long. So definitely tune in, as you mentioned, 3FM 92.7. Yes.
Bella, a plan for day show.
Well, okay, so we're also looking at some monuments across the country, and we hope to go on a trip and film a few places that we have identified.
Yes,
a trip.
It's for the job.
It's for the job, by the way. And I'm going with my producers and the whole production team. So we're just taking a look at some of the forts and castles that have been abandoned for many years. And that's not all. There are also other aspects of our culture that we'll be bringing to bear from the other regions. So look forward to that.
I'm getting a new set of teeth.
And Johnny, to also say that for all the shows that we have, from Showbiz 360, will properly portray proper entertainment of Ghana, for Lee Circle, Warm Up Plus, Day Trash, Talented Kids, the shows on Onia TV, the New Day, Onia Marching,
everybody will be plugging in.
Everybody will be plugging in,
It's now time to do the official launch of Ghana Month.
So on behalf of our group CEO, Madam Beatrice Ajiman, on behalf of management, ESCO, on behalf of all the general managers of the various platforms that we have, on behalf of the producers, the presenters, the technical people, and everybody at Media General, we say that we are putting a focus on Ghana and everything Ghanaian from today to the end of March. But we'll continue after that and continue to portray Ghana. But for this month, we're focusing on Ghana. We call it Ghana Month. From our television programs to our events to our online to everything that we're involved with, we'll showcase the best of Ghana as we go on. So on that note, I declare Ghana Month 2022 officially launched.
That's our version of hip 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 hooray. Let's go to Vasco. Vasco, let's talk to you quickly and then we can get music close. How are you doing? It's on. If it's not, then come. Please come. Superstar. You clap for your boss. Let's go stand here. And he's also a dance instructor at the University of Ghana. Great. So, what's the name of the group?
Great Africa Heritage Dance Ensemble.
I see plenty name like that for a small group like this. Yes, sir. What do you play?
Oh, we play everything across the whole 16 region. Beyond Ghana.
Everything.
Yes, we play everything.
How can people contact you?
Oh, I can give you my phone number.
Do it.
0243 21 71 54. 0243 21 71 54.
That's your Momo number too.
Yeah, that's my Momo number. Everything. Why do they call you Gasco? Gasco. Yeah. No, because of my drumming, that's what they get. So I got the drum. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much indeed. So you got the number, you call them, and that's how we wrap up here from the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Mausoleum. Interesting place though. All the water is gone, the cracks and things. It breaks my heart. Nkrumah, where you day? We're ready, right? We're ready. You have the message, the birthday message.
Happy 67th birthday, Mrs. Jimimana Dudukwe, from your sons and daughters, and your daughter Nanekwe Mankwakwe of TV3. We love you, Mommy. And again, happy birthday to Yaobinim of Rhode Island. I hope you enjoy the show. May life continue to bring you the best days ahead, from Bernard Garcia Jr. And also to Pastor Nanajan Baden. You're amazing. And this is from Joshua and the rest of the group. God bless you so much. So,
Thank you to Kakra and Mr. Jones Nelson of the Ghana Tourism Authority. Also to Mr. Kwesi Ajiman, the management of the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Mausoleum. And to everybody else who contributed to make this program a success.
Alaji is someone we have to say thank you to. Alaji is the man in charge here.
Okay.
You know, at the Mausoleum. Alaji Osman Abubakar. Thank you so much.
And I must say that I like the yes, Papa
and Mausoleum.
And I like the fact that they've been able to preserve some of the things in the museum. It's good there, but the outside, no dear.
They have to improve it.
They have to do something about it, because the outside, no dear. And
it hasn't been fitting.
Nkrumah will not be happy about it. But we are ready for music. Are we ready?
Orodio.
Go,